Okay, we're ready. We're gonna start with the editing section of the practice test today. The first thing that I'm gonna do is go ahead and read the short passage. I will find many spelling mistakes or things that do not quite make sense. I can underline those just to keep in mind. But my first reading is to understand what the passage is about because there will be editing questions and revising questions that will ask me to insert sentences um, between two sentences in a certain passage. I know that they're going to ask me that. There are going to be questions in which they will ask me the best way to rewrite or combine two sentences, or where to place one sentence, like before sentence three, after sentence three, before sentence six, after sentence six, and such a thing. So I need to understand what the passage is talking about. What is the main idea? There will be questions about what will be the best conclusion for this passage, and they will give you four sentences to add at the end of the story. So you need to understand what the passage is about, what they're talking about. So the first reading is just to understand the main idea, what they're talking about, and as I go along and read, if I find spelling mistakes or incomplete sentences, I can mark those. But I'm not gonna focus on that just yet. Okay, let's begin reading. Lauren's new game. Lauren rips off the plastic wrapping, opens the case, and puts the new video game in the console. So as I can see in the photo, I can understand perfectly what they're going to be talking about, what kind of game. It's new because she just unwrapped it. 2. She can't wait to play Sue Madness. Capital letters, so that's the name of this is the name of the game. She skips through the introduction and gets right to the action. All the zoo animals have escaped and are running wild, terrifying the townspeople. So this is what the game is about. As a professional hunter and trapper, Lauren must capture all the animals and return them to the zoo without being trampled. Okay? So I have the next part. So they're talking about the new game. I'm going to think and reflect about this section right here. So she has a new video game. It's about a zoo, kind of I was gonna say zookeeper, but no, it's like a hunter who needs to gather all the animals again that have escaped the zoo. 6. She easily catches and returns a frightened koala bear and a small zebra. Then suddenly the screen freezes up. This is a problem. Annoyed, Lauren starts pushing buttons in an attempt to reset the game. As she pushes button after button, she hears a growl. Wow, she thinks. The special effects in this game are so realistic. It not only sounds like an animal is nearby, but smells like it. Okay, this is creating suspense. Something's going to happen. I'm going to use also my reading skills here. Lauren looks up and realizes that she's not just watching the game, she's in it. Obviously, fantasy, right? It's a fantasy story. So I'm just going to underline this part right here. Wearing camouflage clothing, she has a bow slung over her shoulder and a pack of trapping gear on her back. What's going on? She asks in confusion. But this is not time for questions. A tiger has its sights on her. It's growling and showing its teeth. Lauren's heart pounds in her chest, and cold sweat forms on her brow. She grabs a net from her pack and wonders aloud, will this hold the tiger? I don't think so. The tiger springs. Lauren tosses the net over the animal, tangling its feet. The beast roars and growls, frantically trying to break free. She turns sharply, so she did catch it. She turns sharply and sees a huge rhinoceros charging toward her. Its head is lowered and its large horn is aimed directly at her. As the animal gets closer, Lauren reaches for her pack, but then remembers that she has already used her net. Lauren! Someone screams. Lauren begins to panic. What would she do? Lauren! The voice yells even more urgently. Lauren knows that whoever it is will not reach her in time to save her. The rhino is approaching too fast. Suddenly, Lauren feels a stabbing pain in it. The rhino has rammed her. Lauren cries out and doubles over. She waits for another hit from the powerful animal. Lauren! The familiar voice calls again. Lincoln? Lauren asks, puzzled. She looks up and sees her brother. Yes, it is me, Lincoln answers. I've been calling you for your name forever. I even pinched your shoulder to get you to wake up. Come on, it's time for dinner. Lauren looks around and realizes that she's safe in her living room. She stands up slowly, still exhausted from the new game and from her much too realistic dream. That was nice. Okay, let's move on to the questions. What is the best way to combine sentences 2 and 3? And in here, I need to go back and reread the original sentences 2 and 3. Okay, and I'm going to use my colors and I'm going to underline sentences 2 and 3. And it says, she can't wait to play Zoo Madness. She skips through the introduction and gets right to the action. How can I combine them? I'm going to check my choices. A, she can't wait to play Zoo Madness, so she skips through the introduction. She skips through the introduction and gets right to the action. Okay, there is a rule. Remember yes, yes, no, no? It says it's sentence 1, comma, the fanboy, and another sentence. And they have to be complete sentences. I'm not going to write fanboys in here because it won't fit, but you can do it on your test or on your copy. So according to the rule, she can't wait to play Zoo Madness is one complete sentence. Then you have the comma and the fanboy. And then she skips through the introduction and gets right into the action. It's another complete sentence. So this choice is grammatically correct. So you have complete sentence, comma, fanboy, complete sentence. The rule is yes, yes, no, no, if you remember. Yes, yes. Yes, complete sentence, yes, comma, fanboy. Okay? Let's see letter B. She can't wait to play Zoo Madness because she skips through the introduction. Does that make sense? She can't wait to play because she skips through introduction? No. Skipping the introduction is not a reason. She can't wait to play Zoo Madness because she skips through the introduction. No. Skipping through the introduction is a consequence. It's an action that goes after. So it's not okay. I'm going to cross it out. Okay. C. She can't wait to play Zoo Madness, comma. She skips through introduction. Okay. This is the rule that we talked about. This is a complete sentence. Who? She. Who did what? Can't wait. Okay. She skips through introduction. Who? She. Did what? Skips the introduction. Okay. Can I just add them with one comma? The answer is no. Okay? Because this is my rule. Yes, yes, and then no, no. Yes, yes, complete ideas, then you need comma and a fanboy or fanboys. Okay? So this one is incorrect. Letter D. She can't wait to play Zoo Madness, and she skips through the introduction and she gets right into action. Okay, this is very repetitive, so I know this is not okay. My best choice, as I suspected, is letter A. Okay? Let's continue with the next one. Mitchell would like to add the following sentence to the second paragraph. Okay, that's what I was talking about. So I know that these ones, I'm going to put a star in here. They are worth the double of points in the test because you need to add a sentence. And it's kind of harder and a little bit more complicated than just correcting sentences. So I need to understand the sentence that I need to add first. Understand what it says. So I need to read it carefully. The sentence says, feeling startled, like, wow, puzzled. If you don't know this word, you can always use the dictionary and write it down here, the definition. Feeling startled, she shakes her head and sit up straight. So this sentence means that she was confused. So I need to add it where they're talking about her being confused. Okay? So first I need to understand what I need to add. The sentence says, feeling startled, she shakes her head and sit up straight. Like, whoa, what's going on? Okay, now that I understood, I'm going to go back at the beginning of the paragraph. The beginning of the paragraph is not the beginning of the story. Careful. The beginning of the paragraph, this one right here, is paragraph 6 to 12. So the first thing that I need to do is grab my color, okay? And I'm gonna go find myself, my 6 to 12, right? It's the second passage right here. Let me move this a little bit. This is 6 to 12. Okay, I'm gonna use my color right here I'm gonna use red. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of mark it because I'm gonna be moving my pages back and forth, so I don't wanna lose it. At the beginning of the paragraph, so I'm gonna use a little bit of plug it in and I'm gonna read it to myself. I can use my whisper phone if I need to. At the beginning of the paragraph, okay. Feeling startled, she shakes her head and sits up straight. She easily catches and returns a frightened koala bear and a small zebra. Does that make sense? I think that if she's feeling confused, that was the part when she was, she realized that she was inside of the game. But in sentence 6, she's still playing the game. She easily catches and returns a frightened koala bear and a small zebra. So it can't be at that time. So I know, I'm gonna move this right here. I know that at the beginning of the paragraph, this one right here is not okay. Because at that time, she easily catches and returns a frightened koala bear and a small zebra. She was still playing the game. Okay? So she's not confused at that time. After sentence 6, okay, let's do a little bit of plug it in. Sentence 6 says, after sentence 6, she easily, okay, this is a trick. You have to read sentence 6, plug it in, and then continue reading sentence 7 to make it, to see and to check if everything makes sense. There is no other way to do it. That's why these questions are worth more. She easily catches and returns a frightened koala bear and a small zebra. Feeling startled, she shakes her head and sits up straight. Then suddenly the screen freezes up. Okay, can she be confused and then the screen freezes? It doesn't make sense at all, right? So it will be after, right? Like first the screen freezes and then she gets all puzzled up. So this one cannot be. Correct? After sentence 8. Alrighty. Let's see sentence 8. Sentence 8. I'm going to underline it. It's right here. Okay. Let me read it. I'm going to do plug it in. Annoyed. It says after, right? Okay. Annoyed, Lawrence starts pushing buttons in an attempt to reset the game. Feeling startled, she shakes her head and sits up straight. As she pushes button after button, she hears a growl. I don't think that she will be confused because she's trying to reset the game. I think she will be confused if she hears a growl behind her. So after sentence 8 can't be. But what about after sentence 9? Let's see after sentence 9. After sentence 9, let me move it and go back. I'm going to use another color, and you can use colors on your test. So it's a good way to understand where you are placing the sentence. It says after sentence 9. As she pushes button after button, she hears a growl. Feeling startled, she shakes her head and sits up straight. Whoa, she thinks. These special effects in this game are so realistic. So, because of the growl or growl, she will feel startled. So, this is my correct sentence. After sentence 9, I will place it here that she's feeling confused. She hears us, she's playing a video game, and then she hears the sound, and then she sits up straight, and she's confused. That will make sense. Okay, I got my next question, question 3. Mitchell wants to help readers move from the fourth paragraph, sentences 16 to 23, to the fifth paragraph, sentences 24 to 26. So I have them right here. So I'm going to use my color and I'm going to mark them. So they want to move from this one right here to this one right here. Okay. And it says, which sentence or sentences should Mitchell insert at the beginning of the fifth paragraph? At the beginning of the fifth paragraph, just before sentence 24. I'm going to underline that. Before. Okay, don't forget, it's before. Okay, sentence 24. And I'm going to use yellow. I'm going to underline this one. So it has to be, I'm going to put a star which one is best? Which one is the best to place in there? Okay? So I have, let me move my screen a little bit. Here we go. I don't know what I did. Okay. Sentence, letter A. It's a rhinoceros. Oh no! Okay, I need to read 23, 22, 23, plug it in, and then read 24. And remember, these are worth double points. Okay? So I'm going to read 22. Lauren tosses the net over the animal, tangling its feet. The beast roars and growls, frantically trying to break free. It's a rhinoceros! Wait, but it's not a rhinoceros. It was a tiger. Look, if you read sentence 20, sometimes you have to go back a little bit. That's why it's important to have a first read to understand what they're talking about. But if you can see, there is a clue there. She grabs a net from her pack and wonders aloud, will this hold the tiger? The tiger springs. Lauren tosses the net over the animal, tangling its feet. The beast roars and growls, frantically trying to break free. And you cannot say, oh, it's a rhinoceros. You can't say that. It was a tiger. So, remember, this one is totally wrong, okay? The other sentence says, oh, another animal is just around the corner. Okay, that could be. Let me read it. So the beast roars and growls, frantically trying to break free. Oh, another animal is just around the corner. She turns sharply and sees a huge rhinoceros charging toward her. Okay. I don't know, so I'm going to put like a little circle. And let me see if my other choices are better than that. The beast roars and growls, frantically trying to break free. Okay, but the tiger is caught already. Okay, and then Lauren hears a stomp and a huff. She turns sharply. And oh, this one is better because it creates suspense. Because it tells you that she hears something. And then she turns around. That makes sense. Let me read it again. The beast roars and growls, frantically trying to break free. Then Lauren hears a stomp and a huff. She turns sharply and sees a huge rhinoceros charging toward her. Yeah, this will create suspense because she hears something and then she turns around. So let me read the other one. At the beginning of sentence 24, remember I put a star in there. Okay. The beast roars and growls, frantically trying to break free. The tiger is trapped and won't be going anywhere. It doesn't feel like the beginning of the next paragraph. It feels like the end of the previous paragraph. It's something that you will add at the end to close the idea that the tiger was already trapped. But the next paragraph, I think it's paragraph 5 or 5th, the 5th paragraph. That one is about the rhinoceros and creating suspense of her finding that there was another animal ready to catch her. So the tiger is trapped and won't be going anywhere. It's not a good beginning. I'm going to write it down. Not a good beginning. Not a good beginning for the paragraph of the rhinoceros. You wouldn't start like this, telling about something happened. It will be a perfect ending for the previous one, but not a good beginning. And they want you to insert it at the beginning. It's right here. So this one can't be. So I got my distractor and I got my correct one. So then this is the correct answer. The correct answer is letter C. Let me mark it. I'm going to move this a little bit so I can mark letter C. This is the best. It took me a little while, but it's something that you have to do. You have to read it, think about it, and try each option. All right? That's what you have to do, and you will get it right every time. Number 4. The meaning of sentence 33 is unclear. It can be clarified by changing it to. I have no idea what sentence 33 is about. So I need to find my sentence 33. Where's my sentence 33? 32. Oh, here we go. Let me move it a little bit. Right there. Suddenly, Lauren feels a stabbing pain in it. In what? I need to go back. I don't know what they're talking about. Where did she feel the pain? Okay, let me go back. Lauren! The boy yells even more urgently. Lauren knows that whoever it is will not reach her in time to save her. The rhino is approaching too fast. Okay, no, I need to go back. I need to go back even further. Let's see. Its head is lowered, and its large horn is aimed directly at her. As the animal gets closer, Lauren reaches for her backpack, but then remembers that she has already used her net. Lauren! Someone screams. Lauren begins to panic. What will she do? Lauren! The boy yells even more urgently. Lauren knows that whoever it is will not reach her in time to save her. The rhino is approaching too fast. Suddenly, Lauren feels a stabbing pain in it. Where would she feel the stabbing pain? That's the question. Okay? Where would she feel that stabbing pain? And let me move this right here so I can have my sentence very close. Okay. So I'm going to use plug it in. Where would she feel the stabbing pain? And I can write my sentence. I tell my students to write the sentence in the space that it is provided for them. Lauren feels a stabbing pain. Lauren feels a stabbing double B, pain in what? Okay? Then you do plug it in. Lauren feels a stabbing pain in her game. Does that make sense? No. Plug it in. Lauren feels a stabbing pain in her shoulder. Ooh, that makes sense. That could be. Lauren feels a stabbing pain in the voice. No. Lauren feels a stabbing pain in the rhino. I don't think so. Yeah, it's very easy to find the correct answer when you have the sentence right here to fill in the blanks. Lauren feels a stabbing pain in her shoulder. That makes perfect sense. Okay, remember, have a first read to understand what the passage is about. Gather the main idea. And if you see any spelling mistakes or things that are written correctly, you can mark them down with colors. Now, when you go to the questions, if you have a space to write down the sentence so you can plug it in, you do that like we did in question 4. And the editing or the revising questions in which you are asked to insert sentences, there is no other way to do it. Go back. You have to read and understand the 2 sentences before and the sentence they're asking you. You have to understand what the sentence that you need to plug in is talking about, and please use the dictionary. Okay? Thank you.